What's up guys, welcome to another video. Now, finding the right VPN is very tough. There are plenty out there. There are paid services, there are ones that are free as well. So what we've done is partnered with VPN Mentor to narrow down our top 10 VPN services of 2020.
And if you've been struggling to find a reliable and cost-effective VPN solution, you've come to the right place. When it comes to searching for a VPN, we're just as concerned about privacy as you are.
In this video, we're going to go through some of the VPNs on the market that have been tested. And in this video, we're also going to look at how well they do at protecting your online privacy and how well they do at keeping your internet experience as open as possible. But first, let's take a look at some of the methodology that we're going to use to arrive at our top 10 VPN services of 2020.
After that, we'll cover each VPN service, looking at what makes each one different from the next, finishing with a roundup.
VPN Mentor takes VPN testing very seriously. They have a huge team spread across 40 countries globally and have tested more than 300 services to see which ones do the job and do it well. With that carefully conducted research in mind, we're only going to recommend VPN services that are secure, reliable and fast. Watching content online is a major use of VPN services, so verifying which ones unblock major streaming services like Netflix is a key consideration. A lot of VPNs claim that they do, but we've done all the legwork so you don't waste your time with VPNs whose claims fall short. What we've also done is make sure we tested it across various devices to see which one works on the devices that a lot of us use.
It took a long time to narrow it down, but we've managed to find 10 services that we can recommend as the safest, most reliable and fastest VPN services out there.
So before I do a deep dive into our top 10 VPN services that we're recommending for 2020, I'm going to go over a few general things first so I don't have to repeat myself over and over again when we do break them down individually. All 10 of these apps are compatible with every major operating systems out there like Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, and even some routers as well. Our top 10 VPN services also offer a money-back guarantee, and we've done the legwork to check which ones actually keep to their words, and trust me, they do. When it comes to unlocking streaming content around the world, there are a few nuances that I will get to. But let me tell you now that every single one of the recommended ones supports and unlock Netflix libraries from around the world. We wouldn't recommend any VPN that doesn't offer top security features. In fact, all the top 10s that we're going to be recommending all have top of the line encryption and go through extra secure tunnel to make sure that your traffic that's going through it is very secure. With all these VPNs, you don't have to worry about your browsing history getting into the wrong hands because none of the ones that we recommend keep a log of what you do when you're online. If you're worried about DNS leaks, all our recommendations include kill switches.
But what does that mean?
That means these VPNs have an option to program it to cut off your internet activity when you lose connection to your VPN services. Gotcha. So it's an extra layer of security for you. So if you're downloading big files or streaming online, it means nothing happens unless you are connected to VPN services. So in general, all these VPNs are secure, private and stream Netflix, and they work on any device that you could think of. And on top of that, they all offer a money-back guarantee.
So how are they different? Let's dive in. First up, NordVPN. NordVPN is our #1 recommendation. It provides exceptional all-round value with great features and performance at a competitive and fair price. I also like that it's registered in Panama, so it's away from the 14i surveillance and data retention laws. NordVPN's CyberSec suite includes a native ad blocker and malware protection.
So what about trying to use it in places like China and Russia?
Well, 2 of our researchers specifically tested in Beijing and Shenzhen, and they were still able to access Netflix, Gmail, Facebook, and all of the other sites that they tried.
So just about all the major things that you'd need.
Everything you'd want, basically.
Right.
Even in China. With a massive network of over 5,300 servers in over 55 countries, NordVPN is one of the largest services in the world. It showed great speeds in every country that it was tested in. When connected to a local server, speeds only fell by about 5%, which is minimal. The greatest speed loss was detected when connecting to Australia from the UK. When doing that, speeds fell by about 30%, but even then we were still getting download speeds of about 38 megabits per second.
What about streaming and file sharing?
Nord offers specialty servers for P2P, double encryption and dedicated IPs that provide enough servers for almost any occasion. We tested it in 12 regions against the restrictions of Netflix, Disney+, Hulu and other services, and Nord made it through every single block. With proprietary SmartPlay DNS settings, NordVPN client automatically opens up fast speeds when you open Netflix or other services. Best yet, NordVPN can unblock 400 different services. No other VPN comes close.
What about reliability?
Well, you can trust their 24/7 live chat support. Our research team connected several times over a few weeks to test their representatives and came away with helpful answers to all of their questions. What's more, Nord has a huge wealth of knowledge about setups and servers. Of course, nothing is perfect, and it's disappointing that you can't pay through PayPal, but Nord does offer its own secure payment platform. Now, as far as value goes, it's not the most expensive service, but it's not the cheapest deal you can get, and for that reason, you can check out the description for a link to all the special discount codes that we put for you guys to get a good deal there. Overall, I still think NordVPN is the ultimate all-round multi-purpose VPN. Now, next up, ExpressVPN.
ExpressVPN has 3,000 plus high-speed servers at 160 global locations. It's one of the fastest VPNs. In fact, our researchers found impressive super speeds to the US and Australia. Using ExpressVPN, speeds only dropped by 22% and 35% respectively. And guess what? That's great news for torrenters and streamers around the world. I really like this VPN's unique trusted server technology. It makes it possible for each server to run using RAM only. Because the servers never write to your hard drive, it's impossible for the data to be stored to the server after a reboot, even accidentally. And this offers an unprecedented level of security. So we asked our researchers in Asia to test out ExpressVPN against the Great Firewall of China. Good news, it came out as one of the top picks in regions facing heavy censorship.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
And what about split tunneling?
Split tunneling allows you to pick apps and services that run through ExpressVPN's tunnel. To test this out, we ran Netflix local library through the browser whilst also running BitTorrent through the VPN. And good news, it ran perfectly, it was easy to set up as well. If you do a lot of torrenting, ExpressVPN also supports P2P connection on all its servers. The app's smart location also chooses the best server for you. It took 15 minutes to torrent a movie as well during testing, so that's great. When it comes to streaming, it's more than fast enough for HD video, but of course we wanted to try it out with other content platforms. ExpressVPN's media streaming feature blasted through Hulu and BBC iPlayer, and we also tested it against Showtime, HBO, Amazon Prime Video Player, and of course Netflix, and they all worked really well. Its customer service is also on point with 24/7 live chat support and detailed setup guides for all supported platforms. Every time the live chat support feature was tested, a helpful representative was provided in under 2 minutes. But there's one potential downside to ExpressVPN compared to the other VPNs on this list. ExpressVPN is on the pricey side of things, but we've got links in the description area, so do check it out for codes and discount coupons to get the best deal for ExpressVPN. With that said though, ExpressVPN offers a winning combination of performance and privacy, so you have nothing to worry about and it's worth the price. Next, we have Surfshark.
Its global network is impressive with over 1,000 servers in 61 countries. Surfshark is committed to offering you unlimited internet. For one, it offers simultaneous connections, unlimited simultaneous connections, which is a great option for multi-device households. Surfshark also offers an internal security suite called CleanWeb that works as an anti-malware firewall protection and an ad blocker. And we've tested it against some of the sketchiest pop-up ridden sites we could find. While streaming content, our team managed to connect to BBC iPlayer while in the US, which is an absolute miracle. They also didn't have any trouble with Hulu. Surfshark's no border setting is designed to get around the most serious firewalls. Our team tested them in both China and Iran, and they had to do some manual configuration to get to the outside world, but ultimately they could. It's just worth noting, if you're going to use Surfshark, you might have to fiddle with the settings. Our speed test showed speedy connections to Australia, and that's over 15,000 kilometers away. The one negative for Surfshark that we found is that you're only able to watch Amazon Prime Video when using a desktop or a laptop. Unfortunately, it was unable to get around Amazon's proxy detection when using mobile devices, which is a shame. Overall, Surfshark is a stellar VPN if you're willing to forego watching Amazon Prime Video on a tablet or a smartphone. Also, if you live somewhere really strict, you're going to need to make some manual adjustments to your settings. But next up, we have Cyberghost.
Yes, so Cyberghost is a Romanian-based provider with an impressive network of 6,100 servers in 90 countries. With a network that big, it's hardly a surprise that it's really fast, although it's not quite as fast as our number 1 and 2 pick though. When testing various servers here in the UK, we did notice some steep drops. For example, drops in speed of up to 18.26 megabits per second when connecting to the US. That's a 66% dive. But thankfully, connections to Australia stayed well above 5 megabits per second, which is the minimum required to stream HD movies on Netflix. For our streaming tests, alongside Netflix, we were able to unblock Amazon Prime Video and BBC iPlayer. I'd say that Cyberghost is a safe bet when trying to get past those geo restrictions of major content apps. I also think new users will appreciate Quick Connect feature. In testing, it managed to connect to a US server in just 15 seconds. You can also set up smart rules and customize your connection settings.
Any other downsides?
Well, Cyberghost wasn't able to get past Chinese censorship, which is too bad. Overall, Cyberghost does a really great job at everything, at all fronts besides beating that great firewall. As usual, links will be in the description for the latest coupon codes and discounts, so do check it out. Next up, we have Private Internet Access, or PIA for short.
Now, offering exceptional security for a low sticker price has seen PIA grow in popularity over the years. The VPN's built-in malware blocker Mace promises to protect against adware and other viruses. It was tested by visiting some ad-heavy torrenting sites and other sketchy locales, and I'm happy to report that Mace worked beautifully. While we were on these sites, we tested this VPN's torrenting capabilities as it has a network of over 3,200 servers in 46 countries. We expected fast speeds for hassle-free downloads, and this VPN delivered. Not only are these speeds fast enough for speedy downloads, but they're also quick enough for HD video streaming with minimal buffering or no lag. PIA's geo-block busting technology is also good enough to stream services like Netflix, Disney+, Amazon Prime Video and Hulu. And you can connect up to 10 devices with a PIA subscription. Overall, Private Internet Access provides excellent value for money and is a great choice for the privacy conscious. But for great value, make sure you check out the description for links to the latest deals that we've got. So we've made it through our top 5. NordVPN, ExpressVPN, Cyberghost, Surfshark and Private Internet Access. They're all fast, they're all secure, they all have great customer support, and they can all unlock global streaming content. Now, if you've already chosen your favorite VPN from that list, again, make sure you hit the link below for a special access to our discount codes.
Our last 5 are all excellent VPNs too, and even though you may not have heard of some of them, they've all proven to be fast and secure, and also give you access to a wide variety of global content as well. We're going to run through our favorite aspects as we finish our top 10 VPN review of 2020. Let's go. PrivateVPN manages a compact network of 150 plus self-owned servers in 60 countries, and I can tell you they're very good and excellent VPN too. PrivateVPN is also great for removing geoblocks on streaming platforms, and speeds remain consistent as well when tested on servers from across the world. PrivateVPN stealth mode is designed to help customers access global content, and it works really well enough to help our researchers in China access blocked content. So even though PrivateVPN is small in the grand scheme of things, it still offers all those great features you'd expect from a big VPN provider.
Now for IPVanish. IPVanish has an impressive network of over 1,400 plus servers in over 75 countries. During testing, we found it was unable to unblock Netflix and HBO as other services, but unfortunately, we couldn't get it to work with BBC iPlayer. Overall, you can look forward to enjoying speeds that are fast enough to download P2P content using servers as far away from the UK as Malaysia and Spain. It's based in the US, which may bother some people, but like all of our favorite VPNs, these guys don't store any usage logs. I also like that you can use up to 10 devices at once. Another downside seems to be their support. During our testing, our researchers did get some responses, but we did notice with a couple of tickets, we took about 48 hours to get a response from those. So that's not so great. Next up,
we have Hotspot Shield. This is more of the more known of the VPNs out there. The company has earned its reputation for a good reason. It's powerful with over 3,200 worldwide servers. Alongside being able to get through on Netflix, we're able to use Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, and BBC iPlayer. If you need a VPN that's set up for torrenting, then have a look at one of the other ones on this VPN list, because Hotspot Shield doesn't offer custom DNS settings or extra settings for torrenting. But it also has consistency issues when it comes to getting around those censorship issues in China. When it comes to security, Hotspot Shield doesn't go as far as the others in terms of shredding your personal data. As well as being based in the US, it collects personal information and information on the machine that you're using it on whilst you're using it. But once you disconnect, it wipes your browsing information from that session completely. So technically, it could be classed as a no-logs VPN. So those are the couple of drawbacks when it comes to Hotspot Shield, but it deserves its reputation when it comes to reliability and speed. Next, we have UltraVPN. John, tell us.
Now with 100 servers in over 58 countries, it's fast and stealthy enough to stream from services like Hulu and HBO, but unfortunately we couldn't get it to work with Disney Plus or BBC iPlayer. UltraVPN does collect some data including IP information and device as well as personal data, but just like Hotspot Shield, once you disconnect, it will wipe that data. Another slight downside is you can only connect up to 3 devices at once.
Our last VPN to round out our top 10 VPN is VyprVPN. Its worldwide network is made up of 700 servers and over 200,000 IP addresses. Our researchers found really good speeds on the US servers, but we couldn't say the same for our test in Europe. Nonetheless, it still managed to break through those geo-locking technologies found with services like Hulu and Amazon Prime Video. Vypr is known for its proprietary Chameleon protocol. The claim is that with Chameleon, you get extra security, extra protection, extra muscle to bypass censorship in censorship-type regions around the world. Our researchers in Russia, China, and Saudi Arabia, they put it to test and they confirmed that it works. One downside to mention though is you can't pay using Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Nonetheless, VyprVPN has proven itself to be a VPN service that really values user privacy. If you're someone who lives in or travels to countries with heavy censorship, then this is definitely one to consider.
If you're still with us, thank you for watching. You've made it through our top 10 VPN list. Now the top 5 picks were the best overall in terms of speed, support, security, app design, and they were the most consistent at streaming popular content from around the world and seeing that users can access content without censorship. The second half of our list are also all excellent VPNs, but with some compromises. Now, if you've arrived via a Google search looking for a VPN, you're not going to be able to find the best prices, but that's why we've got you covered. So make sure you hit the description below, and there's a link there for all the special discount and the latest prices. You guys can get a really good deal on the best VPN that you've picked.
If we were able to help you make the right choice, which I hope we have done today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe and share as well. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you'll be one of the first people to know every time there's a video up on this channel. Also, if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them below. See you in the next one.